Hey, welcome back to another episode of Math It Up. This is assignment 2 for integers, and we are going to get right into it because there's lots of questions today. Let's go. Okay, got this pretty epic music playing here because this is going to be a high-paced work through. We have a lot of questions to do, but that's okay. They're pretty straightforward questions. They're not really difficult today if you've caught on, and it gradually builds to get a little harder. So I'll try and do my think aloud as we go here. So question 1a. Question 1a, negative 5 plus 7. So right away we know we're moving in a positive direction on the number line. And in a situation like this, I would think, what is the difference between these two numbers? The difference is 2, right? 7 minus 5 is 2. And because the 7 is a larger number, it's going to be plus 2 will be our answer. 5b. Sorry, 5b. I'm getting ahead of myself. 2 and 1b. 1b. So we got negative 6 plus 3. Again, I'm thinking finding the difference between these numbers. The difference is between 6 and 3 will be 3, and the bigger number is a negative number, so it's going to be equal to negative 3. So you could also think of it as starting at negative 6 and moving to more positive on the number line, but when the signs are different and you're adding, you can find the difference between these two numbers. So 1 and 7, the difference is 6. The biggest number is negative, so it's going to be negative 6. All right, we can think I start at 1 on the number line and I jump over. I move down the number line, right? We're moving left on that number line 7 spaces to negative 6. We can think about it that way too. Now, again, different signs. We're going to be finding the difference, keeping the sign of the larger number. The difference is 2. The larger number is positive. The answer is going to be positive 2. Or 2. You don't have to write positive 2. Okay. Once again, the signs are different. In this different signs, we're going to have a finding the difference type of situation. The difference between 8 and 3 is 5. And the bigger number of these two numbers is a negative number. And so therefore we're going to have an answer of negative 5. Now this is the only one in this number set that has a negative plus a negative. This is the only one that you get to sum these two numbers together. We're going to sum these two numbers together. We're going to be going negative 1 plus negative 6. We're going to sum them for 7, and it's negative 7. Negative 7 is our final answer for the 1 questions. Now, finding the difference. So all of these next numbers are subtraction problems. So it's going to be thinking a little bit differently about these. So negative 7 minus 5. So you're minusing a positive, so you're moving left down the number line. We can't see my hand. We're left over left. Yeah, is that your left? Left down the number line. Going lower. So it's like subtracting a positive, like adding a negative. You're moving left. So this is going to be negative 12. 2b. So this is going to be negative 3 minus negative 2. So this is making it less negative by 2. So this is going to be 1. Negative 1. Right, so this is going back to that finding the difference. When the signs are the same, find the difference and take the value of the larger sign. negative 8 minus negative 6. So now we're minusing a negative is like adding a positive. So we're going to be 14. 8 plus 6, 14. Negative 3 minus negative 8. So we're minusing a negative again. So minusing a negative is like adding a positive. It's like adding 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. 2 minus negative 8. Here we go again. Minusing a negative. Again, it's like adding a positive. So it's going to be 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. Negative 8 minus negative 3. So negative 8 minus negative. So we're minusing a negative from a negative. So it's like adding a positive to the negative. So in this case, you can think of it as finding the difference between these two numbers, or subtracting negative 3 from these two numbers. So negative 8 subtract negative 3 is negative 5. It's actually just subtraction, or you can pretend they're all positive. 8 minus 3 is 5, and then the larger number is a negative number, so it stays negative. Negative 5. All right, back to adding. The numbers are getting a little bit larger. So we're going negative 6, or 12 plus negative 6. We're adding a negative. Find the difference, or think of it as subtracting 6. B, negative 10 plus 4. So this is going to be moving in the right, making the number larger by 4. Moving back towards 0 or back in a positive direction. This is going to be 6, negative 6 here. So we have 7 plus negative 10. So now, right, the signs don't match and we're adding. So what's the difference between 7 and 10? The difference is 3. What's the larger number? It's the negative number. So the answer is going to be negative 3. We can think of it as just moving 10 steps down the number line, but kind of like the strategy of finding, when the signs don't match, you find the dead and you're adding, you find the difference, you subtract the two numbers from one another, and then you keep the sign of the larger number. D, negative 5 plus 7. Negative 5 plus 7. So this is, once again, the numbers, the signs don't match. So find the difference. Difference is 2. The larger number is positive. 7 is positive. The answer is 2. Positive 2. Once again, the signs don't match. And when the signs don't match, what's the difference? The difference is 5. What's the larger number is a positive number, so it's positive 5. Once again, the signs don't match. Positive number. So we have a positive number, that's 9, a positive negative number, that's 7. The difference is going to be 2. The bigger number is positive. We're at positive 2. Subtraction. So now the signs between 10 and 12 are different. We're subtracting a negative. So now we're adding, subtracting a negative is like adding a positive. So subtracting a negative is adding a positive. So the answer is going to be 22. 10 plus 12. The signs are the same. Negative 11 minus negative 6. So now we're back to finding the difference. So when you're subtracting and the signs are the same, we need to find the difference. We actually need to subtract these two numbers. Actually need to find the difference. So the difference between that is going to be 5 and negative 5, because 11, negative 5. 10 minus negative 2. So now, because the signs are difference between 10 and 2, we can't find the difference here. We have to add, and because it's 10 minus negative 2, we have to add the negative 2. So this is going to be 12 minus negative 2. Minus a negative is like adding. plus 2. 10 plus 2. So in this case, we are adding the two numbers together because the signs are, we're subtracting a positive number and it's a negative number to start with. So we're moving left down the number line. So we're going to add these two numbers because we're moving more negative down the number line. More negative or less positive, you might think. So this is going to be negative 17. All right, so E. Question 4E. Negative 10 minus negative 6. So when you minus a negative, you're moving back up the number line. It's making it less negative. So less negative is the same as more positive. Find the difference between these numbers. Keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number is 10. It's a negative. So this is going to be negative 4 is our answer. Negative 11 minus negative 5. Once again, we're going to subtract negative. Less negative, we're making it more positive. It's like adding 5. Negative 11, add 5. We can think of this as finding the difference between these two numbers. 11 minus 5 is 6. Negative 6 is our answer. Okay, solve. We got 3 steps here. 3 steps. Wow, yeah, okay. Negative 4 minus 7 minus 11. Okay, negative 4 minus 7 is going to be so these two, you bring them down. Negative 4 minus 7 is going to be negative 13. And then we minus 11. Right, bring that down. And that's going to be negative is equal to negative 24. Negative 24. I'm going to box my answer because I'm kind of writing more stuff there. All right. Negative 8 minus 6 is going to equal negative 14. Oops, 14. And then we minus our negative 2. Minus negative 2. That's going to be 14 minus negative. That's going back up to 12. Negative 12. Needs more space for these ones. All right, so 9 minus negative. So that's going to minus and negative. So that's going to cancel each other out, right? So 9 minus 9 is going to be 0, and then 0 0 plus negative 4 is just going to be negative 4. Oh, of course I don't have any water. All right, great timing. 0 plus negative 4 is going to equal negative 4. That's our answer. Amazing. C over to D. 5D. 7 plus negative 2, so this is going to equal 5. And then we minus negative 12, and that's going to equal 5 minus a negative. It's like adding a positive, moving in the same direction as if we were adding a positive. And that's going to be 17. Positive 17. Number E, or letter E, question E. Negative 6 plus a negative plus a negative, that's going to be negative 18. Parenthesis that if we want. Minus a negative now. Minus negative. Minus a negative, so we're making it less negative or adding a positive. And this is going to equal negative 11 as our answer. Box my answer there. It's always good to box your answer when you have more work shown. 8 plus negative 1. So that's going to be 7. And then we're going to add negative 8 here. 8 plus 7 plus negative 8, so we're making it more negative by 8. It's going to be 1. Negative 1, in fact. Negative 1. And you can also look at this question, and right off the top you can say negative 8, positive 8, and negative 8, and it's adding, right? So positive 8 plus negative 8 is going to equal 0. So that's going to cancel out. If it was minus negative 8, that wouldn't be the same, but positive, yeah. Okay. Box my answer. On to question 6. We have 4 numbers, 4 integers to add together. Oh my goodness. 4 integers. So let's do, we can do it at any step we want, as long as we pay attention to our addition and subtraction signs. Those are really important. So this is going to be here and here. This is going to be negative 10. And let's minus negative 1. Sorry, minus negative 1. Oh, let's go this way. Let's just, because we're running out of space here. All right. Well, okay. Minus negative 1 is going to equal negative 9, and then minus 8. Oh, geez. I'm just out of space here. All right, so what can I do? Let's rewrite all of this. I'm just trying to figure out like a good way to show my work here without getting in them. Let's calm down this music. It's exciting here. I feel like I've slowed down a bit. That's more chill. All right. You're with me here, right? So 6a. We're going to add those, subtract that, and then subtract that. All right, let's do it this way. Let's go here and here. Is going to be negative 10. And let's drop down our minus negative 1 and our minus 8. And then here and here is going to be, it's going to be negative 9 and minus 8. And then that would equal negative 17. Oh my gosh, okay. The tiniest writing ever. I think you can see that. It's pretty big, but still. B. Let's go here and here, and that's negative plus a negative, so that's going to be negative 1. Then we're going to minus 10, and then minus negative 2. So that's going to be negative 1 minus 10. This is going to be negative 11 minus negative 2. And that's going to equal negative 9. Should have given some more space. I had more space. Maybe I'll just stretch this out on my worksheet for everyone. Negative 10 minus 10. Negative 10 minus 10 is going to be negative 20. minus 7, minus 6. So it's going to be negative 27 minus 6, and that will equal negative 33 as a final answer. Negative 10 minus 10 is negative 20, minus 7, negative 27, minus 6, yeah, negative 33. Feel like I got a good. All right. Last few questions here. Minus negative 12. So negative 10 minus a negative. Negative minus a negative. More positive. Minus negative, more positive. So this is going to be 2. These two here is 2. And then it'll be minus 5. And plus negative 6. So 2 minus 5 is going to be negative 3 plus negative 6. And negative plus a negative is going to equal negative 9. Negative 10, positive 2. 2 minus 5 is, 3. Negative 3 plus negative 6, negative 9. Okay, looking good. Okay, finally I can go a little bigger here. Finally a little bit bigger. Let's finish off with our side cam here. Hey, I'm bigger too. Exciting. Okay. 11 and 9, negative 11 plus 9. This is going to be negative 2 minus negative 7. Oops. Negative 7 plus 8. Let's do our next two steps here. Negative 2 minus negative 7. Right? Minus a negative is like plusing, adding a positive. So this is going to be 5 plus 8. And then we put those two together. It will be 13. Box my answer. 13. Last one here. We have negative 6 minus 5. So minusing a positive. It's going to make this negative 11 plus negative 9. Making it more positive. This is going to be negative 30 down here. And negative 30. And we're going to bring 5 down plus negative 5. Making it more negative again for an answer of negative 35. Final answer. F. That's it. Whew. What workout there. Now, if you like my videos, give me a like. Or I don't really care. I hope they're helping you learn though. And I'll see you in school tomorrow. See you later.